Good morning, everyone. Today's video is going to be a little bit all over the place. I didn't really have anything planned. It's been a while since my last upload, since I've been taking a little bit of a break due to the Christmas holidays and everything. I finally got my new camera, and I thought I would just come on here, pop on real quick, record a video, and get you guys input on like the audio quality, the video quality. The camera I'm using now, I think it's a Logitech C920 or something like that. I'll leave links in the description box below. I've heard a lot of good things about this camera, about the video quality and everything, and the fact that it has like autofocus and stuff like that. Like for example, like how it's on my face right now. Sorry if I'm looking this way. I'm looking at the viewfinder on my computer screen. Um, since this is a webcam and everything, I figured it would probably be best if I got one of these when it came to my longer videos, since my little Coolpix camera won't actually be able to record prolonged videos. Like when I'm doing the time lapses for doing my hair or something, it tends to cut out because of the battery life or because the SD card is full. But now since I have a camera that's actually hooked up to my computer, it kind of has, the ability to record extended videos without me having to worry about things cutting off halfway through the video. And what I thought was cool about this camera, I'm going to just look over here while I'm doing this, is that when I'm in focus and everything, it's like this. And then when you put something closer, the autofocus does this cool thing. How cool is that, guys? I mean, I saw that in the review and I was like, okay, this kind of has to be a thing that happens because when it comes to videoing all of this little details and stuff like that for stuff I hope to be making tutorials on in the future, it's going to be great, the fact that I have a camera that has autofocus. And I know a lot of DSLR cameras have that feature and stuff, but what I didn't like about those is the fact that, number one, they're super expensive. And number two, a lot of the times I notice when they have the autofocus feature on, there's this weird clicking, zooming noise in the video from the camera focusing itself. And I'm not a huge fan of that, so I'm hoping that this will be a happy medium. Okay, all that crap being said, I thought I'd just come on and do a quick hair update and see what's been going on. From my last update video, I was kind of having a little bit of an issue with my seborrheic dermatitis and what that kind of meant for my hair regimen in general. So what was going on was that due to my seborrheic dermatitis, I was getting a whole lot more flakes, I was having a whole lot more itching, dandruff was being even more and more visible by like the passerby, and it was really embarrassing, and I really didn't like that feeling. So basically what I ended up doing is all the fancy stuff, all the Design Essentials shampoo and conditioners, I cut all of that out because I don't know if it was just something in the shampoo or the conditioner that was kind of exacerbating the problem, but the more I used those products, the more stuff like that kept happening. And I stopped I stopped using just like the coconut oil to retwist my hair, and I've had to revert back to using products I used when I first started my locks, which is I think the Blue Magic coconut oil hair conditioner kind of thing. Which I know a lot of people in the natural hair community are like, it's not good for your hair, and it's full of petroleums and mineral oil and all of that stuff. But the fact of the matter is that it works for my hair. It works for my scalp, and it keeps my scalp from acting up on a regular basis. Like, I can think of maybe twice in the entirety of the time that my hair has been taken care of by like myself, or when I was a little kid by my mom, that she used to use the exact same products in my hair over and over again. And it was basically the same thing. It was like the Suave shampoo, Suave conditioner, or um, some kind of like cheap brand shampoo and conditioner along those lines. It was either Suave or Dove or something like that, but she would use those. And the only time where she ever used like an oil treatment or something like that was when I got my hair permed. But after I stopped getting my hair permed, like she still used the same shampoo, the same conditioner. It's just that, maybe when my hair was transitioning, I needed to sit with the conditioner in my hair for an extra 5, 10 minutes. Still use the same coconut oil products. She still used the same shampoo. She still used the same conditioners. And I had never had a scalp issue up until that point. And it kind of made me realize that a lot of the times people tend to go for these fancier name brand products because everyone else is giving it such rave reviews, or it's just so great, or it's so amazing, or it's so moisturizing and stuff like that. But in my case, I realized that it just wasn't working for me. It wasn't giving me the level of moisture I needed. It wasn't giving me it wasn't penetrating my scalp like I thought it would. And even though my hair looked really nice and smelled really nice, my scalp was still kind of starving because it wasn't getting what it needed from the products I was using at the time. So I've switched back to my old products, which is basically Suave Natural shampoo and conditioner, whatever scent I feel like doing that day. I normally switch somewhere between like their strawberry scent or like ocean breeze or whatever it's called or something like that. I still wash my hair once a week, and then I run the coconut oil scalp conditioner through my hair, and I kind of do that all throughout my scalp, and then especially around the edges where seems to be where the majority of the flaking is happening. And I think that's attributed both to my skin condition as well as the fact that it's the most exposed area on my head when it comes to my scalp. So with all that wind and dryness and the dirt blowing and stuff like that, stuff accumulates on the edges of my hair, and it kind of creates this really gross kind of film on the scalp which flakes up and irritates my seborrheic dermatitis and does all kinds of things to my skin. And yeah, so since I switched my products back, I've had a lot less issues. I haven't had nearly as much flaking. My scalp is still getting adjusted to going back to these old products. And yeah, I think that's basically it for the update when it comes to my products. And those of you who have been following my channel for a while, I started 2 new locks at the front of my head because I didn't really like how my hairline looked when I got my locks pulled back, because there always seemed to be like a really big spacious gap where these 2 showed up. And they're doing pretty good right now. Where are they? Where are they? Here you are. Okay, so these be they, my little antennae, I like to call them. They've been taking a while to lock. I'm not entirely sure why my hair has decided to troll me like this, but when I was a loose natural, my hair would do everything in its power to tangle when I wanted it to be loose. And now that I'm actually trying to get my hair to lock, like these 2 in particular, the hair has been so silky smooth and soft that it's been nearly impossible for these 2 in particular, since they're a lot shorter than the rest of my hair was when I locked it, to just catch a bud. So what I've ended up having to do is kind of the same thing I ended up doing for one of my shortest lock, this guy here. My Lucky Charm midget has gotten so long right now. It's like 8 inches or something like that, 6 inches, can't really tell at this moment. Not going to do a length check today. Maybe that'll be one of my later videos, probably maybe around May or something like that. I'll need to see what my last one was and just kind of step it forward, I think. But yeah, it took them a really long time to start budding, so what I ended up having to do is just like my shortest lock, where that one seemed to be having issues, I ended up interlocking it again and put a little knot at the end, which is probably bad, but that seems to be the only way that these 2 in particular have been able to stay as one whole in a wash, because since my scalp gets so flaky and stuff like that, I really need to go in there and scrub when it comes to washing my hair. And majority of the time for the last couple of months since I have installed these 2 baby locks, everything's kind of been sliding and slipping out of place and not really catching itself when it comes to, you know, the budding process and locking, which has been annoying to say the least, to have a head full of locks except for these 2 little patches at the front of your head. And since a lot of the time the hair in the back of my head seems to grow into the lock, and the hair at the front of my head, since I think it's like a looser texture, seems to grow out of the lock. So I have to be a little bit mindful about how I treat these guys up at the front since they feel like they're all high and mighty and stuff. So now that all of that has been said, oh my god, this video's over 10 minutes long already. I'll give you guys a close-up view of my hair. You can still kind of see a little bit of the red that's in there. It's not super duper obvious, but everyone is doing okay. Everything is in one piece. All my lock jewelry is still doing really great. The only thing that has happened recently, let me see if I can get used to this camera, is that this guy right here, if you can look at the chain a little bit, you can notice that it looks a little bit cold in places. Now, granted, this is entirely my fault. The young lady who sold these lovely lock accessories to me from RealmsEnd, I'll leave the link in the description for her stuff as well. There is a disclaimer on her website that she does recommend that you take out your lock jewelry when you're washing your hair. And me being the silly child that I am, and the fact that all of my locks have kind of like fatter ends, I don't know if you guys can see that, like, ooh, this one's a good one. Let me see if I could grab him. Let me see if I could grab him. Like this one in particular, you can kind of see where up here it's kind of thin, and down here it's a little bit wider. So what that ended up causing is a real issue when it came to putting these on, because once I got it past the fat bulb end, I was able to just slide it on as normal and adjust wherever I wanted it to sit. But unfortunately, it makes it really a pain in the butt to take these on and off every time I wash my hair, especially since I wash my hair weekly. Maybe if I washed my hair every month or something like that, I wouldn't mind as much. But since I wash my hair so frequently, I didn't really want to be bothered with taking these on and off. So only the chain bit seems to have kind of gotten this nice tinted kind of golden look to it, with some of the products I use probably remove some of the outer coating, but you know what? That's fine with me because I actually like that. That makes it a little bit more personal to me. It makes it look a little bit warmer and frame my face better because it has like these kind of goldish accents to it now, which I thought was kind of cool. So yeah, this in no way is about reflection on the seller, because I knew for a fact that I was going to be washing my hair with this stuff on, even though her site says not to. But the rest of the jewelry I have in my hair, oh, this is so hard to do in a camera. Like this one here, this one has not changed color at all, And everything else is exactly the same color. My favorite of all of them is still this guy here with the starfish. Let me see if I could get a better look at it. There we go. Yeah, this one is one of my favorites. That one hasn't changed color. And then I have another one down here, which came as like this golden bronzy kind of color, which is holding up really well. And they have the one with the feathers. Aside from the chain part, it's doing okay. And then there was another one in here somewhere. They're all through here, guys. So basically, the only thing that's changed color is the chain on my double feather lock bead. That is the only thing that seems to have changed color. But overall, everything is super durable. I haven't had anything that I bought from RealmsEnd break. I haven't had anything warp. I haven't had anything fall apart on me, which is really great, especially since I'm kind of rough with my hair on a regular basis. I like to style it occasionally. I wash my hair very frequently, so for the fact that everything's holding up the way they are, considering I'm doing something expressly against the grain of what the seller told me to do, that they're holding up so well, I am very impressed. I'm very impressed. So yeah, this is my hair. I think we're at the 2-year, 1 month, 2 years and 1 month point right now. Wow. It feels so weird to be able to say that. It's kind of amazing I've been able to keep this kind of hairstyle for 2 years. There's very few things I've been consistent with for such an extended period, but this is definitely one I'm really glad I kept up with. Um, so yeah, that is today's really long video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to do a tutorial really quick. Since I'm on Christmas vacation for a little while, I'm going to hopefully record a couple more videos before I have to go back to work and have those queued up for you. So keep an eye out for those. Thanks so much for watching. I am almost to 110 subscribers. This is kind of mind-blowing for me, so thank you so much for joining me. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Christmas holiday, a safe New Year's holiday, Boxing Day, all of those things. Be careful, stay safe. Love you guys, and stay blessed.